Welcome everybody back to the Loophole Podcast. I'm your host Loopie. Alongside me is also your co-host Jelani Muna. Say what's up, bro.
Hello.
How are you doing, Jelani Muna?
I'm doing great.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So we're doing this Loophole Podcast today, right on time actually. Katie is not here today, so that's unfortunate. I hope this doesn't turn into another lyrics moment, but and social media manager Crib 3DX is not here today, but that is completely fine. So Loophole Podcast, we do this every single Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. If you guys want to catch us in every social media platform, things are usually more delayed in your streaming platforms like Spotify or Apple or wherever you're listening to. But things are not delayed on YouTube. This is the one streaming platform where everything goes absolutely well. Before we get into like what we're gonna announce, Jelani, do you have anything coming up, bro?
Not really. Well, actually, a week from now, I'm gonna be 18.
Okay.
On the 15th of April is gonna be my 18th birthday, and it's gonna be weird for me, honestly, because like I always, when I was younger, I always wanted to be 18, and now that I'm gonna be 18 in a week, it's kind of like I wish I wasn't that way. I wish I was like,
Yeah.
why don't I just wait? It's like,
Yeah.
because I feel like, when I was like 12 or so, I remember being that kid that just wanted to move out of the house. I wanted to move out of the house. Wasn't really a good reason as to why though. But like I always wanted to be like an adult. But now being at that age where I'm going to be one, it's kind of like, you kind of mature a bit. You kind of think about like what will happen when you become an adult, and you kind of wish you could go back to that.
Yeah. No, it kind of sucks because, as a kid, you don't really think about like, oh man, I really got to start figuring out my future and shit like that. And like, oh gosh, like, as a kid, all you think about is the fun that you're going to have. All right. And you go to sleep, you wake up, and you have some more fun. A kid's life is probably like the best life anyone could get. All right. Unless you live in a place where, things are really bad, things are tough. But if you lived in in a well, I guess, I wouldn't say privileged because that someone might take that politically, but like just in a nice, calm, and safe environment. If you're a kid, chances are you're gonna find ways to have fun. Whether you kick rocks, play with dirt, play with a ball, play catch, play fucking hide and seek with your favorite cousin. I don't know. Okay, you're always gonna have fun. But when you're pushing 18, getting close to 18, you're like, oh shit, man, I have to start figuring out my life. But it's terrible, man. It's fucking terrible. I'm gonna be 18 in like 9 months. Yeah, January 14th.
Well, here's the thing though, is that with you're already like prepared. You have something that you're really into, and it's working out great for you with your career and everything.
Yeah, but it does also not mean that I have my life completely figured out. I just have passions that I plan to turn into full-time careers, but not something that like right now it's not something that I know I completely have my life figured out. Can Loopy finish a sentence without cussing? No, I fucking can't. Welcome to the stream. 100% true. Yeah, no. I'm terrible with cuss words, man. But at the same time, I don't know. For some reason, it makes me feel better. Morally and like mentally, not just like higher status or whatever. It's not because you cuss that you'll have a higher status. Don't be as bad as I am. But I mean, it's just a good way to express yourself, I guess, in an emotional standpoint.
Yeah, they call them sentence enhancers.
Yeah. And hey, words are made to be used. I learned English. I'm going to learn the entirety of it.
Yeah. Well, how about this though? If someone talks, why don't you respond in French when someone says something about you using curse words? Just swear in French.
Yeah, I'll just, yeah. Do you use the N word when nobody's watching? No, absolutely not. I don't use racial slurs. Or any, slurs that go against anybody's, like, I don't know, beliefs or something like that. So maybe not the entirety of the language. Maybe like 99.999%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I don't use that word.
But, like, I mean, obviously I can use it, but, I wouldn't say it on the podcast.
Yeah. I don't think you've ever even said it. Or if you have, you might have said once. Lol, you're lying, bro. What do you mean? You probably don't know who I am. Why would I be lying?
I mean, it's like to the point, like for me though, like, Saint finds it weird when I say it.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, because if you're not used to saying the word and you just say it out of nowhere, then it's probably weird for other people to like hear you like using it. That's probably how I would feel hearing you say it. Same with
Yeah.
same with E Crystal. He doesn't like use it all that much, except for like when he's like quoting like song lyrics or quotes in general, or a story. But he never
What about
uses
lyrics?
lyrics. I mean, he makes music, so he uses it in his song. So I'm used to that, I guess. Sometimes he uses it, but it's not like every single sentence. Sup,
Yeah.
Loopie and 3DX, if you in here. Nope, Crypt is not here today, Odd Tom. She is not really feeling that well. I hope she feels better, but yeah, no, she's not here. But we got Jelani Muna.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. I'll just say hi to him on your behalf.
I mean, like, but we can still have an entertaining episode, even if it's just the two of us.
For real, yeah. Yeah, I'm still a bit like in the middle about like the whole running a podcast standpoint. It's not the podcast that sort of like makes me feel weird. It's more the idea of running it along with everything else that I have going on. And no, this does not suggest that I'm going to end the podcast. As far as I can see in the future, I'd say I don't plan on ending the podcast anytime soon. Not for a few years, I'd say. Like I'd like to keep it going for a few years, even if there's like barely any listeners. I love doing the Loophole Podcast, and obviously I don't force anybody to like show up or anything. Sometimes I spread the link because maybe someone can like relate to our conversations. But as far as like running a podcast, it's difficult, man. You gotta like keep track of everybody's schedules. It's terrible, man, and like people live
Oh,
lives differently, man.
yeah. Though, have you ever thought about like getting people that are from like your time zone, like other people from France, like on the podcast or something?
Oh no, because there's not really that many people in France that can speak English as well as I do. Like maybe like a small percentage, but it's hard to find somebody else that like I don't know. It's fine to hard other like French American like or French English like it's, I don't know. I find it difficulty in that. Like every time I see someone speaking English in France, right? Like I go in person to talk to somebody in English, I'm like, bro, I look up to you. You speak English. Even though I speak English and I have done that my entire life, I just be like, yo, like you're in France. You speak English. That's fucking wonderful.
Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like it could also be like the opposite. Like someone that's in like a English speaking country that speaks French. It might be like because French is a bit difficult to learn, I believe.
Yeah, it is quite difficult to learn. Tom says,
Yeah.
I don't want to research. What time is it there? You're allowed to research France only, well, the metropolitan area of France, meaning like the mainland of France, not the territories, only has one time zone. It is 8:39 p.m. over here. There's a difference of 6 hours between me and Mel. I know that. Mel still talks about wanting to do a podcast with you. What, on here or like on her platform? Because I'd like to do it on her platform. What's up, Tux? Oh my days. What's up, man? Um, but I'm still kind of like in the middle about the roster, man. I don't know how to feel about this roster. We have E Crystal, who, well, we know what happened to E Crystal. We have Lyrics, who we kind of fired him. I still haven't like called him since. And we have Katie, who is an amazing person. But are we gonna keep are we gonna see her again? And I don't know. Things seem to be tough over here, like on her side as well, which I don't blame her for. But I kind of wanted like an active team. But then we have you. You show up every week. You're
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I'm always here.
yeah. See, if E Crystal was here, that would also be great. Because when things like whatever's going on with him right now doesn't happen, he would show up every single week.
Yeah.
Tux says not much.
Just-
Played some stuff. Okay.
Maybe he's learning some magic since he's a witch.
I hope he's learning some magic,
Yeah.
bro. I want to see him like make just fire appear, bro.
Yeah.
Either or on channels for podcasts. Ecrams just screwed her over, so they canceled her account, but she still has questions on how to set it up for live or recorded. Tom, you could just like tell Mel, this fucking chair needs some WD-40. I swear, I'm not farting, okay? I'm not farting. This chair is just creaky as hell, bro. But you can suggest to Mel to like use Discord or something like that, and then capture it on OBS. Like right here, I'm on Discord. You see, I mean, without this image, there's basically Discord. I just have this layout right here, but if you just like captured, like if you just captured like the screen of Discord and then have us in a video chat, you could basically just do things better. StreamYard is also a good option, but seems like Mel has a problem with that. So yeah, there's two options. Either we do it on Discord or we do it through like StreamYard. But yeah, I'd like to do like one of those discussion streams with Mel. But yeah, speaking of podcast teams, it's hard, man. It's definitely hard to run a podcast, especially with not that many people listening, because if I had like a consistent like amount of money made from the podcast or from YouTube in general, I would be hiring people to like pick clips and put time stamps, or like just clip a few things, put it on like social media platforms, try to like, I don't know, I'd definitely be hiring like social media managers that are kind of like made for the job. And in terms of like co-hosts, I mean, I don't know if we need another co-host, or if we need to, like, I don't think we need another co-host, or if we need to like replace anybody. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is, but in the case where it would just be me and you, and I don't know what your plans are for staying on the podcast, but if it was just me and you, then I feel like it would be just chill, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know though, because I don't know how college is gonna be for me. So, if college is easier than I'm expecting, then I'll be on this podcast. But if it's the way that I'm expecting, then I may not be able to show up as much as like uh college, like when I have to go to college and everything. So I don't know
Mm,
how that's gonna be for me, though. I will tell you about it when those times come up.
mm, okay. Tom says we've been talking about the platforms she pays for StreamYard OBS. Oh, I can't tell if you're talking about Streamlabs OBS, which is kind of shitty, honestly. But like, if you use like OBS Studio or like I don't know, she pays for stream. So yeah, but hit her up and we can get Namson in for deep stuff. I'm not very useful for this kind of stuff, as Namson is also willing to have a place to speak out. Tom and SVR as well. Guys, I don't think Namson is planning to come back anytime soon. Namson, I think, is gone, y'all. And I hate to say this because he's the homie, and like this is the second time that a homie of mine completely goes AWOL. Second fucking time. First E Crystal, then Namson. And I hate it. It fucking hurts personally, but I feel like I don't know. It doesn't seem like Namson might come back. He deleted everything, legit. He deleted everything on Spotify. So I thought he was gonna keep the songs on Spotify, but every song on Spotify is completely wiped. The only thing that's up is like iTunes and some other platforms, which I don't think he has complete control over. But YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Discord, everything is gone. He deleted everything, even his email. And I hope Namson comes back. I really hope he does. But fuck, man. I hope he's good. Yeah, he's fucking gone. It sucks. But at least I got to tell him I appreciate him. So honestly, like, definitely no regrets. Like, at least I got to tell him I appreciate him.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tom, I'll hit her up for like whatever, or you can ask her to send me a message if I don't remember, something like that. The only thing he has left is the topic channel. Yeah, he doesn't have control of that. Oh, Jelani just left. I think we might see him back. Yep. Sucks. The fucking Namson thing. But yeah, Namson, like, Mel can try, but I don't think she'll be able to reach Namson. The only person that has been able to reach Namson is Mad Hatter. As far as I know, anyways. Apparently even some of his like IRL friends or something like that are not even able to reach Namson. She is napping at the moment, so I will talk to her in a bit. All good, Tom, all good. Jelani, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been talking
No,
too
I mean
much.
like though I mean like going back to like that though, like if someone deletes like everything, like then that's very serious. I hope that, it's like not as bad. Maybe hopefully it's just like a rebranding or something. Like
I I think it's far worse than that, honestly, because and it's not like a reoccurring case of like me assuming things, and it's like not what I thought. But I'm not gonna talk about like any personal situations, but this seems to be like more personal than we think, and he might have completely been forced in a way to um, delete everything. His last tweet, according to like a friend of his or like a fan of his, like somewhere like that, said, stay safe, y'all. Remember to do the right thing, not the easy thing. Love y'all and all that. So this is definitely something, and like this is a case of like he was kind of like almost forced to delete his shit, bro.
that's sad though. I mean, that last tweet could sound like a cry for help, though. Like maybe it's not, but in most situations, it usually is.
Yeah, it sucks. But after the stream, I think I'm going to talk to Matt Hatter and see if he has like any new updates on Namson. It doesn't seem like he's going to be coming back anyways, but I want to make sure that like my boy's okay at least.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. So, I guess now that that is out of the way, we talked a little bit about the podcast. I should probably talk about things that I have to announce. I've told you about it. Stuck in traffic. Oh, I think your internet connection got stuck in traffic. You were lagging for a bit. You good? Oh.
I don't know, like, I think it's something that I can't fix it, though. It's, like, weird, though. It's just, I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah, I think it's good now.
So, I guess it's just gonna have to be this way. Because I remember I was watching an episode, and, like, sometimes I'm, like, sped up. Like, sometimes I look sped up or something like that.
Literally just happened right now.
I don't know how to fix that. I hate it so much. And when I was like doing the show and everything, I remember Saint was always like talking to me saying that like your internet's messed up. I don't know what the problem with it is, but I hate it so much. I wish I could fix it.
It's probably just the internet connection, bro. It might not be the best. But it's okay. I mean, at least I'm able to hear you. At least we're able to have like a conversation. But hey, Stuck in Traffic, the new album. Let's talk about it real quick. I believe before the podcast you had some questions about it. I forgot to. You still here?
Oh yeah. So why is it called Stuck in Traffic?
Stuck in Traffic. It's because it's more of like a storyline based album. With me and my friend Mike JH. You got previously featured in like a lot of my albums, a lot of my songs, I guess, and he's never really dropped like a solo song before. But that all changes as soon as you hear the album. And Stuck in Traffic is just like we're both in a car on our way somewhere. That's never really like specified, but I guess we're just like on the way to the studio. It's more of like a progression styled like album where we're sort of like stuck in traffic, like literally, like, well, in a fictional standpoint, we're quite literally stuck in traffic. And while we're stuck in traffic, we're just, I guess, like doing these songs, and then as soon as we're done, it's like, you know, a bit kind of like the green light to like go ahead, like things are finally like free and things like that. So it's more of like an obstacle. You know, at the beginning of the story, you're like faced with an obstacle, and then as you know things go on, and you keep on moving and moving and moving, things finally start to open up for you. You start to finally feel free.
You know, I could, I can fuck with it though. Like it sounds like a good concept.
Mm.
Like, cause I can see it be like, cause I feel like when like a lot of people are in traffic though, like a lot of people get like really bored and they start like doing stuff, like they make songs and stuff, like they try and see if like they can make a beat or something like that. So being able to emulate something like that, sounds like something that could work for an album.
Yeah. But everybody is like rushing when they're in traffic. Like they're just rushing to, the destination, and they get really pissed. So it also kind of like documents that a little bit in a way. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun once you get into it, but you guys might not be able to hear the project until a while after. So yeah.
But I mean, like, the thing about traffic though is that, like, people may rush it, but like you're not really going anywhere because like you just like
You
there's
just
like a whole lot of
hear,
cars and everything. So it's
for
like
real.
I feel like it's best to be able to chill out when you're in traffic because I mean, really, since like I can see like people going to work and like they don't want to be late, but for me personally, if I was stuck in traffic, I'd just chill out because I mean, what can I really do about it? I mean, there's
Yeah.
there's nothing else. I just gotta wait. So
Mm,
rather than just being angry about it, just live in the moment there and
yeah.
just like see how I can entertain myself
hmm
while I wait for others to go by.
Yeah. But like I guess it also kind of like um it also kind of like touches on like the depression and anxiety like concept where depression is worrying about the past, right? Worrying about things that happened in the past that are sort of like traumatizing to you that you can't really step out of your comfort zone, right? Every time you feel like you step out of your comfort zone, something bad's always happening. So I feel like the depression side is like leaving home to go move somewhere, right? And anxiety is more of like worrying about the future, like when am I going to make it to destination? Or am I even ever going to make it to destination? Like what's going to happen? Like people are so impatient to make it to the destination, like to the top of, metaphorically, or to like, somewhere where they want to be in life. They get frustrated and they worry about if they're even like ever going to make it, or when they're going to make it, or how they're going to make it, like just whatever, things like that. Anxiety is sort of like worrying about the future. Depression is kind of like worrying about the past. And the present is just something that you have to stay focused in. And I feel like if you spend most of your present either worrying about the past or worrying about the future, you're not going to get shit done. And that's something that I unfortunately kind of like learned the hard way. So it's best to like have fun with the journey that you're, facing. Life is a journey. It's the present. The present is the journey. The past is history, and your future is, well, your future, basically,
Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, I've had, there's been many times where I've had that happen to me. And I think, like, for a lot of people out there, they live in that way where they worry about something that has happened already or something that hasn't happened yet. And, it's just, I guess it's kind of because, like, like, when, like, you're in the shower and, like, you think about an argument that you had and, like, you think about how, like, you could have done that better. I think it's more of, like, what, I think it's because we kind of think about things, sometimes our minds are delayed, I feel like. Like, sometimes we don't really, like, how, like, sometimes, like, my stream, it'd be, like, delayed or something where, like, you've seen that. Like, sometimes it would be, like, we don't think about something until, like hours later because,
for real.
like, our brains are delayed in something.
Yeah. I guess we're not like designed from a biological standpoint for confrontation, I guess. Like any form of confrontation, whether it be a fight, like a physical fight, or a mental argument, or just like a random talk, whether it be a meeting or something like that, you're always thinking about like new things to say after. Or any conversation that I have with, either you or somebody else, like I think about how I could have like worded things differently and with ADHD, it's even fucking worse because you start thinking of like 3 conversations all at once. So it's fucking, all over the place. But shit, man. Man. But yeah, I don't know. It's like a bodily rush. Like when you start to think about like how you could have like ended a fight. You know. It's like your body's moving, but it's not actually. It's so weird.
Yeah. Though, I guess with the future aspect, worrying about the future, I think it could be more about like how, like, since we're always delayed, like we kind of think about ways of how not to be delayed, but we're always going to be delayed no matter what. It's like, I mean, like we try and think different ways, but we just like we think too much to the point where it delays us even further.
Yeah.
So it's like get that anxiety feeling of what's gonna happen in the future, like overthinking about something, and then we're in that moment where we try to have thought about other situations, other solutions, other things, to a point where it delays us when we're in that moment, and then after the moment happens, you get that depression feeling of thinking about you should have just done it something else, like because
Yeah.
you're delayed, and it's like I think it's very hard to get into the moment of thinking of being delayed when you need to be delayed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but it's just, but I mean, it happens with all of us. Like,
For real.
it can happen to any single one of us. Like, even people that have been in the same situation, like, thousands of times. Like, someone that is very confident can have their moment of shyness at times. It's not always like we're not always going to be 100% perfect. There's always going to be something that goes off,
Yeah.
and I
Well.
think because of that, I feel like we should use that in a way to connect this even better, though.
Hmm. We are all flawed by design, and we are not ever going to be able to please absolutely every single person in the planet. And it's proven, all right? There is not one single thing in the entire world that all 7 billion, 7.5 billion, whatever, all 7.5 billion people in the world agree on. There is, well, first of all, because like some of them are babies, but there is not one single thing that all people with a functioning brain or, with like some kind of conscience, right, is able to agree on. Because there might be somebody in the world who thinks, oh yeah, I like war. Yeah. All right. And it's probably the world leaders. But, um, yeah, there's nothing that we all agree on. And there's also nothing that we all disagree on. It's more of like just always a mixture. It's like you cannot people please. But with the whole delay thing, I just feel like sometimes you think about how the future doesn't actually really exist. We are in the future right now, kind of. 3 seconds from now, we're in the future, right? 3 seconds, that's in the future. That just passed, all right? Every second that we spend just wasting, our days, sleeping our days away, or like not, putting enough work into it, like in order to, to be the best person that you could possibly be, doing the best that you can. That's all the past, all right? That's your time completely elapsed. But right now we are in the future, and a lot of people can't really put themselves in that mindset. It's kind of sad, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, I do think though that um, I think though that in a way though, like because I feel like because like we have these imperfections it creates a more diverse world. I feel like it's like I feel like it's more about like if we were all like if we're all the same, there'd be no creativity.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be any.
Hmm.
So I feel like imperfections is what makes the world better.
I mean,
In a way.
how? Yeah. It's see, like living life with I guess living life with ease and having already figured things out at the age of 17, for example. We are both 17 right now, so like just could you imagine living life, all right? Just living a completely different life or living the same life that you're living right now, but living life knowing that you have everything figured out at 17. And by that, I mean house, car, education, money, family, and, relationships, everything. Having absolutely everything figured out at 17.
I think though, like if you had everything figured out at 17, though, like I feel like there'd be several groups of people. There'd be one group that would just that would just end it right there. Like they would be happy with what they what they want. They'd be happy with it, and they would just leave it like that. It's another group that want to achieve even more. That want to do even more than that. Want to be able to see if they can get as the most that they can get out of life. And then
Yeah.
there's the other group that wouldn't want it, would basically not like it. Either there being something off about it, something. Because, I mean, just because someone's living a successful life, I'm saying in quotation marks because, like, there's many different definitions of success,
Mm.
many different ways of success, success is, how they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I feel like success is the same way because you can't define success. There's a lot of words that you can't really define.
Mm.
But as I was saying, like some people rather not live in a successful life because like maybe there might be something off about it. Like I've read somewhere that just because someone's a millionaire doesn't mean they're happy all the time.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm going to go back to my question because, I've yet to have an answer. But I don't think personally anybody, and going, back to your point as well with like, the group of people that may want more or that they're not satisfied, that makes more people, right? And that makes a tiny and a very minuscule percentage of people that think or maybe know they have their life figured out. But those who may want more or those who don't want it do not have their life all figured out. It is impossible for us who have such a lifetime to live, who have, so much to learn, so much to like just so much to see, I guess, and like so much to so many years of living. All right, we have so many years of life left. We are again, we are 17. Both of us were 17. It's pretty fucking premature when you realize that you could live up to like 60 or 70 or 80, and we're starting to worry about how uh, life is gonna be in your mid 20s, bro. There's people that don't even have their life figured out at 30 because they're trying to get their life figured out. They got a whole life ahead of them. It's like no rush, really. But obviously, if you're in a point in life where you're like absolutely, on a decline, then obviously there's something that must be done. But if you have a head on your shoulders, if you have a roof over your head, if nothing terrible is going on, but the process is just slow, that's fucking normal. That's just how life works. Life just slaps. It's not about how hard you can hit life, it's just how hard you can get hit by life and still bounce back. Nobody can fucking like
Yeah.
have it all figured out at like 18 or 20 or whatever. It's just a long and slow process. But then once you get it figured out, it's like you have you live longer. You live longer having it figured out than when you don't have it figured out. You were gonna say?
What I was gonna say is I kind of wonder if people kind of base like a successful life off of celebrities, and
Yeah.
so I feel like a lot of them do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say this is that that's not always the case. I mean, we could talk about Britney Spears, basically. We could talk about Amanda Bynes. We could talk about so many other celebrities were that were famous when they were young. You know, people thought they had their lives figured out, and you see how they are today, and they've had a crazy history. Um, I mean, Britney Spears is a very huge example of that to me.
Mm-hmm.
With that
Conservatorship.
thing with yeah,
Yeah, for
with
real.
her father and everything.
Yeah, it's all just terrible, and I'm pretty sure Britney Spears is not the only one that is going through a conservatorship. Who was it again? There was another celebrity that was going through like the same fucking shit as Britney Spears, like another celebrity. Can't remember if it. No, it's not fucking Christina Aguilera. No, not. Who the fuck was it? There was another celebrity that was going through like conservatorship. Wait, celebrities conservatorship. Let's see this. Okay, yeah, Amanda Bynes and 5 other celebrities with conservatorships. I might know who they are. So there's Amanda Bynes. I kind of don't even remember who Amanda Bynes is.
Amanda Bynes was a famous children's TV actor in like the 90s or so.
Oh,
Like she had her own show apparently. She was on Nickelodeon. And we all know the whole thing about Dan Schneider and Nickelodeon.
heard about it. Apparently, Dan Schneider has been like a very uh, invasive person. I know that Ariana Grande had like terrible experiences with Dan Schneider.
Yeah. And he's the one that made all the popular sitcoms and Nick that you know today, like iCarly, Victorious, The Amanda Bynes Show,
Yeah.
Sam and Cat. Just a lot of those were made from. And apparently Dan Schneider had a foot fetish because in a lot of the episodes you can tell, like a lot of them were based on feet.
Mm. I'm trying to find. Lindsay Lohan is one of them that were in a conservatorship. I thought there was like an OG artist that, like, other than Britney Spears, that was in a conservator. Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys? Damn. Joni Mitchell, Randy Meisner, Casey Kasem, Mickey Rooney. No, I guess not. Damn, what the fuck? I know there was a celebrity that like put an end to her conservatorship like a while ago. I can't remember who it is, but fuck, I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. I'll probably remember it one day, but I saw it on Twitter. There was a freaking celebrity who was in. Who the fuck was it? Damn, I don't know. But sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Because, sometimes, you're in a conservatorship because of drug use or terrible health issues. But if you're doing okay, there's no reason for you to be in a You get the point.
Yeah. But I guess it's kind of like, though, and I've always been thinking about it. Like, celebrities don't get a break. Like, they don't get a break. Like, whether it being from, the managers, the people that, the people that want them to, like, go out and, like, do stuff. Like, to the fans, like, like, all the people that celebrities are around 24/7. Also, like, the paparazzi and everything. Like, they do not get a single break. They work 24/7.
Yeah, I feel like too much time is being spent on celebrities. I feel like Hollywood, like how Hollywood is going, I feel like Hollywood should not be going the way it's going right now. Celebrities should not be living their lives the way they're living right now. They're fucking people that are known by absolutely everybody else. Cool. Yeah. They're also fucking human beings. But the media kind of like downsizes that completely, and it's just terrible. I mean, we're fucking witnessing Will Smith's whole career fucking going down to rubble because his wife doesn't love him. Like, I'm not even talking about the Oscars. I feel like the guy is just confused. Poor guy, really. I fucking love Will Smith. One of my favorite actors ever. But fucking he needs to leave his wife, for real.
No, there's a lot of news articles I've read. One that said that Jada didn't want Will to slap Chris Rock. One saying that Jada didn't even want to marry Will Smith. One saying that Jada was disappointed at in Will Smith trying to make her happy at her 40th birthday or something.
Yeah.
And another one saying that Will Smith is banned from the Oscars for 10 years.
I don't think Will Smith's gonna give a fuck in 10 years. Bro, the dude has already achieved so much in his 53 years of life. Do you think that he's gonna give a shit about an award show? Which is mainly just a popularity contest at the end of the day. I'll be fucking damned if, one day, alright, for some dumb reason, my name was to ever be associated with the Grammys or the Oscars. And I'm about to make it clear right now, I do not need an Oscar to live a successful life. Nobody needs an Oscar or a Grammy. I'd argue maybe like Nobel Prize or Pulitzer Prize, those prizes that actually matter. But the Oscars and the Grammys has always been just a shitty popularity contest. They give it to their little darlings.
But I mean, just imagine this, though, for Will Smith, though. Because the article where it's like, Jada didn't even want to marry Will Smith, and the fact that it was reported that she cried at the wedding, something like that.
Oh, fuck.
Just imagine that, though. That is some shit that would really, I remember there was also something about, Will Smith being jealous of, Tupac because Jada was in love with Tupac.
Well, yeah. You don't fucking be in love with another guy, while you're, fucking dating somebody. It's kind of simple, all right? Tupac's dead now, unfortunately, and it sucks, but I feel like, there would be a whole controversy with that if, he was still alive, if Jada Smith was, still talking about Tupac.
I don't know if, if Tupac was alive still, though, would Jada even be with Will Smith if Tupac was still alive?
Probably not, but there would be a lot of talk. I feel like Will Smith would even fucking try to do something to Tupac. Probably slap him. Yeah. No, but Tom says Will is just trying to be a good husband. I would have done more than one bitch slap to Chris for talking about my wife's medical condition. It's not worth it when your wife is not even giving you that kind of attention back. I swear, if Jada was in Will's position, she'd be laughing her ass off, not giving a shit. And honestly, the whole alopecia thing, I don't know, man. Alopecia it doesn't take you 50 years to develop alopecia. It starts at birth, all right? You're unable to grow hair, all right? But when your hair is shaved, all right, you don't still see your freaking roots, bro. When you have alopecia, you are unable to grow hair. And I don't know. That's why you see, bald people, no eyebrows, no fucking chest hair or whatever, if you're even looking that far into it. I don't fucking know, but none of it. You're just unable to grow hair. All right. I don't know if it's like an infection. I don't know what the like scientific thing is, but you're just not able to grow hair. Jada Smith, however, still has her roots. I mean, shit. I don't know, man.
Like, I could understand the argument saying like Will was trying to defend his wife. I could understand it if it wasn't for the fact that there are hundreds of articles that are basically in agreement that Jada doesn't really have that much love for Will.
Yeah, well, see, okay. Here's something with Will Smith and Chris Rock and the whole situation. I've already like spoken like about it like last week, but both people are wrong. They're like, both people are just completely and utterly wrong because first of all, Will, there's a time and a place for things like this. All right, there's a time and a place for I guess showing hard disagreement. I feel like the best thing to do would be to take it outside. All right, whether there be a physical battle or a fucking verbal battle, I kind of don't care. But when it's in a setting where when you're in a public setting but in a private venue, in front of like millions of people watching online, all right, it's kind of there's a time and a place for shit like that. When you're in a fucking Oscars, all right, even if the Oscars, the Academy, the Grammys, and all that, they're a bunch of fucking clowns. You still have to be some kind of professional. Like there has to be some kind of professionalism. And Chris Rock is wrong. All right, he was out of pocket, but I kind of hate to say it, but that's kind of how comedy goes as well. Comedy is kind of funny when it's at the expense of other people's feelings. All right, I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but that's that. And a slap to Chris Rock in a public setting like that. Well, yeah, a public setting, on TV and shit like that. First off, why is the stage so accessible? And I don't know. And
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I kind of hate to be that law person, but that's kind of what we call assault. But at the same time, I understand him. But at the same time, no, because his wife doesn't love him. So it's like, shit. Like Will Smith, I feel like he just needs to focus on himself. He needs someone else, or not to be with anybody.
Yeah. So, I mean, but going back to, since we talked about this like last week, I feel like we should go back to the celebrity topic.
Yeah.
So going back to celebrities and everything, I think what the main thing about it is that a lot of them have some sort of mental health issue. A lot of them, if not every single one of them. I don't think there's a single celebrity in this world that doesn't have a mental health issue. Because it's a lot of work to be able to,
of course, handle
thousands, if not millions, of people in the world trying to want to see every single part of your life. I mean, like, I bet to you, every single person, the part of the K-pop community, like every single K-pop celebrity there is, they have to have at least some sort of they have to have some sort of mental illness. Not mental illness, but mental health issue or something like that.
It can lead to that though. It can definitely lead to mental
Yeah, it could
illness.
lead to that. Yeah.
I mean, shit. That's why a lot of fucking celebrities just fucking die like that. Cause like, again,
Yeah. Like the
as
27 Club.
yeah, as I've said in my documentary, humans from a biological standpoint are not designed at all. In like just remotely, not at all. We are not designed from a biological standpoint to handle fame, especially on social media, bro. Like, we cannot handle millions of people, and I say literal millions of people wanting you to acknowledge their existence. It's fucked, bro. I don't want to be a celebrity. I do not want to, like, I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be a part of Hollywood. I don't want to be associated with any of that. All I want is just an active audience that I know could help me, I guess, in life be more financially free, but at the same time know that, like, I got full control of my music, full control of my clothes, full control of our podcast. You know, I want to maintain the control. I feel like as you grow as a celebrity, you lose control of your own life. And I feel like, a great example of that is, like, bro, Adam Sandler, bro, he does not care. Adam Sandler is the most, like, non-celebrity celebrity to ever exist, I feel. Adam Sandler,
Yeah.
you'll just find him in the park playing basketball with a couple random people. Because that's just
You could
Adam
say the
Sandler.
same thing. Yeah, you could say the same thing about Tony Hawk.
True. But he got managers, A&Rs, cameramen, like, and he's always had that his whole life, when he was doing skateboard stuff. So it's like,
Yeah.
he's not completely out of it as well. But hold on, does Adam Sandler even have any social media?
I believe so.
I don't think I've ever seen Adam Sandler on a single piece of social media. And you never see him in the news, except for, like, meme. Okay, Adam Sandler. Okay, so he does a few Netflix projects. Yeah. So, he does, a few projects like that, but outside of all of that, the dude just fucks around, living his best life.
Yeah.
For real.
I know a lot of celebrities would want to be like Adam Sandler.
Well, yeah.
Like, I know that for a fact. That, like, basically be like, because basically Adam Sandler could do like how, like, people will say, like, celebrities doing side quests or something, like they finish their main quest and they're doing, like, I think, like, I'd rather be a side questing celebrity than a main questing celebrity.
For real.
I'd rather be just finished with everything and just do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And just be able to enjoy it without people wanting to. I want to be able to have it where I can just enjoy my life without worrying about people following me around, chasing me around like that. That's why a lot of people on YouTube and other social media platforms don't even show their face.
Yeah.
Which is smart to me, because you wouldn't want to be in that position where, because, like, for example, like Dream. If Dream did a face reveal, you know how many people would try and track him down with that face reveal?
Bro, people are already looking for his face. People are already looking for this dude, for real. It's sad as well, like, the whole, like, celebrity thing. Bro, like you said, side questing celebrities, that's fucking amazing, because you're done with everything that you need to do. You've proven what you needed to prove, but now you're just out here, all of a sudden you're just joining FaZe Clan. Bro, fucking Snoop Dogg joining FaZe Clan, what the fuck is that all about? Or Shaquille O'Neal in a fucking pregnancy test box. Or again, Snoop Dogg, what the hell is Snoop Dogg doing these days? He's streaming on Twitch, which is cool, but
yeah,
feel like the only time that Snoop Dogg needs security guards is when he's doing like big performances, but he doesn't even do that anymore.
Yeah, I I rather, but I mean like, would you rather be like an NPC, just like someone um that isn't like someone that's like in the background though,
No, no. Obviously, you want to be remembered and regarded and recognized for something great that you bring to the table, but at the same time, you want to live your life comfortably, right? You want to walk in the street or at the beach, or you want to spend some time with family, personal life and shit like that. And I feel like everybody has the right to, right? But fucking paparazzis, I got nothing. All right, I got nothing but disrespect for a lot of paparazzis, for real. There are some that are cool, and they just stumble upon them, and they're like, hey, can I turn the camera on and shit? Like, people are respectful like that. But I got nothing but disrespect for paparazzi.
Though I think though like one hit wonders though. Like, I feel like those are people that went from a main questing celebrity to an NPC. Like, there wasn't no side quest, just immediately to, that. I feel like, as a celebrity though, I would probably be jealous of a one-hit wonder, only because the fact is that they were able to get famous at one point, able to get the money that they needed, and then be forgotten so that there won't be. I mean, because once you're forgotten, you won't be able to be harassed anymore.
True.
Like, sure, you won't be able to get the amount of money that a lot of famous celebrities would have, but at the same time,
Probably
you won't
still
have to deal with the hassle that a lot of celebrities would go through a lot.
I mean, the guy who did is somebody that I used to know or something like that. The song, right? I mean, he did that.
Mm-hmm.
The song got what, like a couple billion views, right? If I'm not mistaken, or it might be in like the hundreds of millions. Somebody that I used to know. 1.8 billion views. That song came out 10 years ago. I thought that song came out like 30 years ago, to be honest. I thought, bro, I thought this was one of those like 90s songs. It came out 11 years ago. Okay. 1.8 billion views. The CPM in a lot of major countries, I guess, is like, it ranges from $1 to $4. Oh, he's gone. I'll just wait for him to come back. Welcome back.
My internet was fucking up.
Yeah, no, don't worry, bro. But the CPM, which is something, so like how much money you would be getting per mil, like CPM, I think it's like count per mil, which is mil, well, 1,000. From certain countries, it ranges from like $1 to $4. Nepal somehow being the highest with $10. You get $10 per 1,000 views for every 1,000 Nepalan people that watches your videos, which is freaking crazy. So 1.8 billion views, bro, that's kind of like enough for you to be sort of financially free. Like, that's a whole channel.
Though, wait, go what you saying?
Oh, I was saying, like, 1.8 billion views, that's how much, like, that's how many views, like, people are getting with just one channel.
Yeah. Though, as I was saying, I mean, the main thing about one-hit wonders, though, is that a lot of them fail very hard. Like, you know about Silent Toe?
Bro, the dude fucking showed his asshole and then killed his cousin and then went to jail, bro. That's what he
It
did.
is. I think that's the worst story of a one-hit wonder I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
No one could get even worse than that.
Yeah. I mean, he, when he was saying, "Now watch me whip," I didn't think he was gonna pistol whip. All right, I thought he was gonna like do the, yeah, but no, he was ready to pistol whip his cousin. It's tough, bro. 6ix9ine is broke now.
He's broke?
This is the life that we're living. 6ix9ine said, a couple months ago that he's struggling to make ends meet. Like, when someone is saying that, that means like the dude's fucking broke.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I guess in a way I can see that though, because I mean, but it's weird though, in a way, because like, didn't he get like, he had like 1 million views on Instagram Live, like in 2020. Like when he got released from prison, he got like so many views on Instagram Live and all that.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I mean, he was the one that snitched, and people were expecting the dude to die, and so did I, honestly. People were expecting the guy to die in like the first week of him being released because of all the snitching, but he's still out there, and I don't know, it's all fucked, man. But the best part, I guess, to live life under recognition, I guess, or recognize. Did I really just recognition? I'm fucking tired, bro.
It's all right.
The best life to live under recognition is just not the fucking Hollywood style, and just have a core audience, because 1,000 people that donate $5 to you every single month. Do the fucking math. All right. I mean, there's people with 100,000 Patreon members every single month that pay $5 a month for some kind of content. That's fucking $500,000. Fuck. In a month. $500,000 in a month. Half of my life is figured out, bro. Nah, but so yeah, I have, no one really has to live the celebrity life, and I feel like no one should. I feel like celebrities, the way that they're living now, should not live that life, because they're losing control of themselves, and they're losing the ability to even live their lives like this. And Hollywood needs a complete reshape, a complete change of celebrities, not of like the what celebrities are out there, but I mean like a complete change of how we see celebrities, how we view celebrities, how we idolize people who have nothing to do with us. And I guess it's also like foolish of me for saying that, because like KSI is like one of my biggest idols, if not the biggest idol like in my life. But at least something good happened out of me idolizing KSI, which is all of this that you're seeing right here. I'm doing all of this. It's good influence and shit like that. But people who are not like designed to handle fame, what the fuck do they gotta offer other than the music they're making, or the movies or anything? It's like, what the fuck else?
So, I have read a lot of stuff, like arguments against like, so like about IShowSpeed and everything. Like I've watched some of his sleep streams and everything.
This kid's a genius.
And I've read comments saying like being mad at him that like people were like giving him so much money, and yet there are a lot of people out there that don't even get, like, they have to work so hard and don't even get enough money. What's your thoughts on that?
I hate to sound like Kim Kardashian, but I promise you I'm more right to say this as a guy who is currently doing what he's about to say, rather than Kim Kardashian, who, well, we know how she got famous, right? But
Yeah.
If you're fucking complaining about another person's success, get out there and fucking work. All right? Because you will not make it in life judging other people that don't know who you are on the internet, judging other people's way of lives, all right? Than when you're working hard for actually what you want, all right? And as somebody who is currently doing that, and by that I mean I'm not, selling my soul, I'm not doing no fuck shit with anybody, like, I'm not famous for anything that's like out of my control. I'm not even famous anyways. I don't consider myself famous, and I don't think I will ever consider myself famous. But all of this, like, I'm able to tell people, like, yo, you gotta fucking work hard for what you want, because life is not meant to be easy. You can't cheat life. Again, like we said, you're not meant to have your life figured out so early. Obviously, there's like people like iShowSpeed, who is still in fucking high school with 7 million subscribers. That's never been done before. Well, I mean, there's like, parent-owned kids channels with like 50 billion fucking views or some shit, right? But beyond that, we're talking about an independent YouTuber that does not have a manager. His parents have no control over his content, except for telling him to stop swearing. But we know that doesn't.
But I do. Isn't like Aiden Ross like technically like his manager though, or is it just his friend?
He's just a friend, I guess. Like that. I don't know. I think he's just a friend. But iShowSpeed is seriously, and he has a contact email. Shit, I might fucking hit him up, see if we can get him on here. But iShowSpeed is a literal fucking genius, because the dude, like, in June he made it to 1 million subscribers. Not even a year later, 7 million. And of course, we've seen that with KSI and all that, because KSI has made it to 7 million like a lot quicker as well. But there's something about iShowSpeed as a 17-year-old. All right, he's only younger than me by like a week, but he fucking cracked the code. He found something in streaming or in YouTube or content creation that no one else has figured out, or maybe only a few have figured out. There is something.
I think I figured it out though. Like, basically, because I've watched a lot of these streams and everything. Like, you know who Asian Andy is?
Let me do a quick search, because I have like Asian Andy. It's him, bro. He does the sleep streams, eh?
Yeah. So basically, I don't know how to really word it, but this might sound insulting, but basically, you gotta act like a fool on the internet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Act like a fool so that you can get fools donate to you.
Unfortunately, that's kind of how it goes. But at the same time, and by what I mean with like the whole genius thing, is that all of this did not happen overnight. All right, this is not overnight fame that we're talking about. The dude definitely worked hard, and he's still working hard. Like, I cannot take any credit away from iShowSpeed, even if he makes terrible decisions. I mean, he recently got fucking flamed for being toxic in a video game, and I'm like, boo fucking who? That just happens. This is something that fucking happens. Yeah. It's video games. And then, he gets shit for doing stuff to minors when he is a minor himself. So I don't know why people cancel him for doing stuff to minors when he's a minor
and
himself.
Because of that, because he's a minor, I feel like that's how he's able to get away with a lot of things that he says, because he's a minor himself.
Yeah.
The day he turns 18, half of the stuff he does, he won't be able to get away.
No, people are gonna try to resurface it. People are gonna try to cancel him for that, and I hope he's aware about that as well. But as far as like him acting like a fool goes and all of that, like I can understand that, you gotta act like a crazy fucker, like and a complete maniac for other maniacs to follow you and shit. But in terms of algorithm and work and streams and consistency, unfortunately, well, fortunately for him and unfortunately for a lot of people who seem to be complaining, he figured it out. Just like Tommy in it, just like Dream, just like, George Not Found. I don't like these people. All right? I think they're dumb. I think they're kind of stupid, but at the same time, they're geniuses because they figured it out. They're making us talk about him or them. We call a lot of people dumb, but they're the ones who are complete geniuses. Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a cunt basket. We all hate Jake Paul. Well, I'm starting to get a bit more respect for Jake Paul, like lately, but Jake Paul, as much as I hate to say it, that Disney Channel looking ass cum dumpster of a man is a genius. He's a genius because he got it all figured out.
Yeah. I remember in like 2017 and 2018, they're like the most hated brothers on the internet.
Yeah, now
And
the most hated brothers
like,
on the internet are the ones that are dominating.
yeah, like Jake and Logan, like it's weird though. It's weird though because like with Logan Paul's that Suicide Force video that people bring up, like you never thought he would be able to recover from that. Yet half a year later, I think because of that KSI versus Logan Paul fight that happened, he was able to redeem himself with that.
Yeah. No, definitely. And he's making the biggest of moves, honestly. I mean, he just launched like 2 companies in like 1 year. Not only Prime, there's also the Liquid Marketplace, which is another one of those NFT bullshits. But honestly, it makes more sense, I guess, than like NFTs. It's a whole weird process I'll talk about later, maybe in another episode, because I think it might end soon. But yeah, no, they got it all figured out. I'm not talking about life. I'm talking about YouTube. They got YouTube figured out, like front to back. They know the fucking code. I'm trying to search for it. And some of it works, but I'm not satisfied with absolutely everything. But what I do know is I'm gonna make it to that fucking silver play button one way or another. One way or another. And
I want to see that unboxing.
Yeah.
That silver play. I want to see your name on it. It says Loopie has reached 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah. The day that I hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm taking the screen down. That green screen.
You're gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that green screen down, right? Not because the journey's over, but the journey has started. I'll start from zero again, but not in a way where I'll start from zero in terms of like, hey, I've made it. I've been awarded for my hard work and not because of a popularity contest. I'm talking about hard work. I'm taking that green screen down and replacing that with the plaque behind me. And I'm going to be obnoxious with it, all right? Like I'm going to tell, I'm going to show and prove a lot of people wrong. Like, yo, I along with my audience did this, all right? All the people that, help you out and like in life in general, they all did this. So yeah, the moment I hit 100K subscribers, you're not seeing that green screen anymore. What's up, Graben Hour?
You're only 80K left. 80K left.
So close yet so far.
Yeah. I mean, like, the fact is you were able, because you started your channel in, like, the summer of 2019.
Yeah.
Right? Like, August or so, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact is you reached 20K in, like, 3 years. Or, like, 2.5, because I think you hit it in, like, early 2022. like you've reached 20K.
Hmm.
So that means if we could estimate it, saying that mm, now it depends on the speed of it. I hope that you could get 100. Maybe you could possibly get 100K. Mm, what do you think is a good estimate of you reaching 100K?
I kind of don't care about the day that I hit 100K, but I care about what happens the day I graduate. Whether I hit it by the end of this year, or by the end of the next, or by the end of the year after that, I'm leaving school with 100K anyways. I'll be I'll be done with high school with that silver play button. I'll graduate with that silver play button. No matter if I hit it this year or the next, I've made this clear and I've imprinted this in my head. I need to work on making it full time, not making it to that number. Um, Gray, we are doing wonderfully. Yeah, we're just chilling. I think we might end soon. I'm personally a little tired, but uh, Jelani,
No, it'd be so fire if it was you in a cap and gown, just holding that play button. It'd be so like that picture would be so fire. Like you'd have to frame that picture on a wall.
bro, I swear, bro, I would come up with the best poses, bro. Instagram could not touch me, bro. I swear. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I'm about to get all these bitches. No, well, and by the and by, no, but I say get all these bitches. I do not mean get with. I mean like I'm about to like catch them like in terms of like anyone that has ever even had the glimmer of thought of talking shit will just not say anything. Bro, so
Yeah.
many people talk trash, bro. It's tough. But I'm losing my voice right now. I think I might actually end it.
Well, I'm just gonna say this is that I love the energy that you're giving out, and I can see 100% you with that. I want to see you with that gold play button when you reach that 1 million. I
It'll
want to see if you can do that by the time you graduate college.
I don't even know if I'll be in college. We'll see what happens. All right. I just hope that the 100K will help me just do things full time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I might do college, just to see if I could, like keep something in backup in case things don't work. But honestly, like, if all I have to do is like study for like 2 or 3 years of my life, again, I got a whole entire lifetime to live. I can spend those 3 years doing whatever I need to do, so it's all good. But in terms of content creation, I'm going full throttle. And fuck, I think I might do top 10 videos. Top 10 videos seem to be like popping off recently, so I think I might do something like that. Do top 10 videos or something like that. I don't know, but what I know is that my music has been doing well recently, so that's cool. I'm gonna check on the new song. I dropped a song to yesterday, and it's at 1.2K in like 24 hours. Crazy. It's never happened before, I don't think. So, well, it might have, but not now. Not nowadays.
Yeah. But I'm just really happy to see what your future is, because I can imagine it right now. Actually, I can see you being a popular content creator out there, being able to make it, and the main thing about it is that you'll be so happy for me because because like seeing like a popular content creator like being there since the beginning. Now, like some people would say in the comment section, like been here since 10K or something like that when they have like 10 million.
Yeah.
Like just being able to just be there for that. like being here since the beginning,
Yeah.
or well, a little bit after the beginning, but still the beginning really, and just
Yeah.
seeing like 10 years from now, you being one of the being on the trending page or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, and
Yeah.
just being here since like beginning, that would just make me so happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like words cannot describe it.
Yeah. But I also want to make sure that once I reach this this sort of status where a lot of people follow me and shit, um, and it has been the same case since since I hit 1K, I guess, right? Um,
Yeah.
like last year. What's up, Rude Knock? How you doing, man? How you been? See, I remember him. He was there when I had like 10K. I remember him, and that's gonna keep happening, which means I could have 1 million subscribers, and I'm gonna still be the same person. I'm still gonna be remembering everybody that was there since the beginning, and I'm gonna make sure of that. I'm gonna definitely make sure that if I do reach such a high status on YouTube or in music or whatever, everybody that I have been interacting with since the beginning of my journey, right? I'm not going to be forgetting about them, and I'm definitely not going to be stopping talking to them. Like, I'm still going to be talking to you because, duh, you freaking host the podcast with me. Um,
Yeah.
Still going to be talking to Tux. I'm still going to be talking to freaking Tucker or X-Ray to play, or SVR or Autom or Gray. Like all these people that have been, there. It's like. I'm still gonna remember about them. Hey man, you should check out Hood Morning America on Traumatos. Oh, what about them? Wait, I stream it right now. Oh, what is he doing a thing right now? What's going on? I see. Oh, it's that community. Yeah, I know about that community. Yeah, I know about Traumatos. Yeah, I'll probably send him a song or something like that. I don't know. It's a podcast I'm a part of. Just started this week. Oh, okay. Well, you're welcome. Because I usually kind of don't let people talk, like self promote my stuff, but it's all good, man. I'll check it out. I know about Traumatos. I'll drop a sub, but I think I'm gonna end the stream. I think I'm not end the podcast. It's been a good episode. We actually did not hold back today.
Yeah.
Until next time, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching and listening to the Loophole Podcast. We are here every single Saturday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, all right, on every single platform. YouTube is the most live place you could ever watch our podcast because you can see our faces, and you don't ever get to miss an episode because we're here every single Saturday at the exact same time. There's just a little bit of delay with other social media platforms like Spotify or other platforms. So, yeah, YouTube is the place. It's been me, Loopie, and Jelani Muna. Bless up and stay hype.
Reach the top.
Exactly, bro. Thank you guys so much for watching the Loophole Podcast. Bless up and stay hype, and I will see you guys in another podcast. Fuck Lady Gaga. Penis.